When you think of the streets, what is it? What does that stand for? It stands for us.
Who the fuck is us?
Man, fuck the streets is crazy. I am a woman, and I never say no crazy. That's crazy to me. Yeah, it's crazy. Y'all rich now, so y'all could say some shit like that. Everybody not rich, motherfuckers still outside.
Yes, sir, man. Hold on. Let me just hop in here right quick, man. We don't need no introduction. So, black people is the streets now. Even the people that came from the suburbs, the people who had a great family, had an inheritance, we from the streets. That's all we represent now. Gotcha.
When you think of the streets, what is it? What does that stand for? It stands for us.
Hold on. This clip, it got some things from two perspectives, first of all, but I'm trying to figure out, is black skin Indian roots, maybe Aboriginal roots, I don't know. But that represents the streets now. So is the streets good or bad? Somebody help me out in the comments below. Help me out in the comments. Is the streets good or bad? A good thing, bad thing? I don't know.
Who the fuck is us? Who?
Hey, he comes straight in with the same thoughts I had. I'm like, nice. I mean, let me break it down. Before he even get into it, I don't even know what he got going on, but I'm just gonna put it out there like that. This could be a street guy right here. By the word street. But is it cool? Because the thing is, if it was cool to be corporate, or like I always say, my boy Braxton P. Hartnebrig,
You know, I too pledged Greek, ladies.
would this even be a discussion? I mean, would we rather be in urban clothing and Jordans, or would we rather be in $10,000 business suits? Let me let that man go on a little bit and see what he got going on.
Who the fuck is us? For you to sit on here and identify or somehow demean your blackness to that of the streets shows me that you have low self-esteem, and this is self fucking hatred.
Yeah, I could kind of dig his point. Because I'm saying, you know how they say, you are what you believe you are. Be all that you can be type shit. You know what I'm saying? Do we want to just go down in history as like we was the streets? I mean, at like 60, 70, 80 years old, is we still gonna be like, yeah, we the streets. To our grandkids, why you the streets? Be the streets. This showing a lot about our mindset, man. I'm just thinking about it. Would a Chinese man say, I'm the streets? I'm I represent the streets of China. Or would a Japanese woman say, I'm from the streets, Japanese streets. That's what I represent, the Japanese. And we can go down the list, like white people, is they so we the only race of people claiming the streets. You know, I understand now. I'm a product of the street. I understand that. I've been in the street since 10, 11, 12, 13. Been to prison, did all of that.
So a lot of times these niggas that's saying for the streets, they ain't did nothing no more than I done anyway. So I mean, I feel them. But like I say, I mean, I know times when them niggas there weren't even doing that. They were kids. So you know it's a time you go from a kid and then 21 Savage come from UK. Wasn't he walking with Malachi York? And phase one? Is phase one the guy that they didn't want him to mention that day on Big Facts?
Who that woke nigga that be getting at you online? Who that is?
Who?
It's a nigga be on that, cause he called me to interview, but he like, but I gotta say something about your boy. I can't think of the nigga name.
You know the nigga, he be like, I grew up with him.
Man, bro, don't say that nigga name, bro.
I ain't saying that. I'm just asking you who the
I
fuck
don't know
is.
who the fuck that is, bro.
The Big Facts interview, where all this started from. So how could you be walking with Malachi York, which is a rebellion, a revolutionary, but is that street? Was the Black Panthers street niggas? Was what was it where they bombed at Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma? Where they had the Black Wall Street or whatever? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that street? Was Malcolm X street? Martin Luther King, were they street niggas? Let me let him talk to you for a minute.
To put us in a degenerate, to just label all black people as degenerates only on the basis of their skin, bitch, you the problem. You the problem.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy that a female would jump up there saying it. And you know, you can't judge a book by its cover, but what I done told y'all before, man, I know a nunu when I see one. It's like, have y'all noticed every black woman or black young girl now has to have the attitude, the sassy, the diva energy? It's like you are from $1 million family, Nunu, on the movie ATL, and you still come on the internet like,
I'm just saying, did the street, did real shit, I mean, I don't know what y'all talking about.
you be like, don't you got two well-spoken parents with great careers that stay in the Beverly Hills section of Atlanta or Detroit or Houston? So are you street? Have you been committing crimes in the street?
But shit, I'm just saying, I'm the real shit. Child, I'm just saying, this bitch don't really play like that.
I'm like, are we cosplaying? Is the streets a black cosplay? No other race brags about the streets but blacks. Interesting.
You are the This is what I'm talking about. Because I'm pretty sure that she, the pretty girl, want to date the street niggas. And then every nigga want to be a street nigga to get to the pretty girl. This is what's been going on. This is what's caused havoc and fucking chaos in the community.
I don't know if y'all caught what he just said, right? But that is the problem. Everybody's been producing statistical facts, data, etc., to support those exact facts, man. It's like 90% of the women, black women, let's say, you could say all, but I'm speaking of black women right now. 90% of them want to date a street guy, which is understandable for whatever, multiple reasons or whatever. So if the only type of guy 90% of the black females want to date is a street guy, that's what's making every single person portray that they're street to get the girls, versus being proud to be smart, being proud to be a genius, a professor at a young age, well-dressed, well-mannered. It doesn't get the girls. That's where the data and statistics kick in. They're saying 90% of women are dating 10 to 20% of men because they are considered street guys, which leaves 70, 80, and maybe even 90% of regular guys, good guys, with a great head on their shoulder, with a great family. They're left with nothing. Of course, they're successful. Of course, their life is in order. But what can they do if 90% of the women want street guys? He got a point. He got a point.
Do you think when Dr. King was marching, they was a bunch of street niggas marching for our freedom, for fucking
I said that.
civil rights? Do you think when we were free from slave, it would seem, based on what you said, it would seem when we were free from slavery, we would run around and start shooting one another and making gangster music and holding each other to fucking street laws and codes. I don't know where your father is, young lady, but you need him. He probably abandoned you. But this
She needs her father. She needs it for real.
is wrong. Your logic, the reasoning is off. You're relegating all black people to niggas, and there's a big difference. However, the niggas do represent the overwhelming majority of us, and in pop culture, is popular and profitable to be niggas. That's the most popular thing. That is for other races to profit off of us being fucking degenerates. And
He said a mouthful. That's real. Everything that's the quick, easy way to money ain't necessarily the right way things should be going. That's where we get lost at. Why would everybody want to be labeled as degenerates when the goal is to get out of degeneracy? The goal is to be successful, but not on the not on the, what's how you say it? Not to the extent that you have to sacrifice your morals and ethics. That's what I'm trying to, something like that. You get what I'm saying. We have the power to be the best representation of ourselves. We have the power to be the best representation to others. You're right. Pop culture, rap culture, drill culture goes viral and it's trending. What if it was positivity that was being spoken and preached? What if all the good-looking black men started going get to school to get trades, and took over the plumbing industry, took over the heating and air industry. Let me start that over. What if all the street guys changed everything around and it was started being cool to own plumbing companies? All the street guys turned it around and made it cool to own heating and air companies. If all the street guys turned it around and made it cool to wear suits, like the quarter zip movement, notice how the women started acting like there was a problem. Why you want to take off his Nike tech and put on a suit like a white man? A white man? Did you forget about, like he said, the civil rights movement? Did you forget about the Black Wall Street? These niggas went in Nike tech. These niggas was in suits. These niggas was respected. We really acting like the white man when we playing their game of degeneracy. We sitting on TV fighting each other. We got our beautiful Black women fighting each other on TV for entertainment. Why wouldn't it be our Black women helping each other start real estate businesses, start learning architecture, not just going to CNA and wiping ass? What if it taught our Black women to love each other? What if we make a show about etiquette school? Who's the best etiquette at 21, 22, 18? What female has the best etiquette? Who's the best at wife training? The baddies of wife training. This is what I mean. Everybody ain't gonna talk to you like this. Everybody want to be free and ain't even been through the struggles of this shit, man. They haven't went and served 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 years in prison, and they telling you you can't change the streets. It's niggas that's went and served 20, 30 and came home. You think they still saying, let's love the streets? Come on, man. Let my boy Mac speak to you for a minute.
Man, I just want to say to those young men that's saying fuck the streets that I'm so proud of you, brothers. If nobody else tell you, my brother, I am proud of you. You hear me? Mac is proud of you. Some of y'all have no idea who I am, and that's cool. But just know that I'm proud, brother. As a 48-year-old man, to hear these younger brothers say, fuck the streets, you damn right I'm proud of that. And to anybody that's my age or older that's against what them brothers are saying, man, you on the wrong side of history. That shit is over with, partner. That shit has done nothing but destroy our communities. When I was in that prison, all you saw visiting those brothers was females. That's it. Their mamas, their sisters, their girlfriends, their wives, females. Rarely did I see street dudes in there visiting their partners in prison.